shoot like so straight from the hip that you might have to duck sometimes.
Oh Lord. Oh no. Oh.
You already getting prepared over there, huh?
Yeah, that's why she's drinking. That's why I got water, because I'm not scared. I know what was coming.
Because I want to go to sleep.
Girl, you and me both. There's like a little delay. Are you getting that? Are we recording? We are recording.
Oh, okay.
I told you Amari sings that.
She does?
Yeah, she'll be sitting in the car talking about, are we recording? We are recording. Are we recording? She was like, now you be Auntie Mo. Yes. Welcome back to Kaz and Fab's Brunch Break.
Yes. How are you guys doing? How was your week? I hope it was good and I hope it was blessed.
Yes, me too. How are you, Fab?
I'm pretty good. I'm having me a little
libations.
Something. It's this thing with gin.
Ooh.
I'm running out of things in my house and I need to restock. That's what's happening actually. And I have gin because I got it as a gift from somebody.
You see me singing the song but with no, like not actually singing.
I'm looking at you singing. I'm talking about my gin, girl.
Yeah, I was thinking about your gin, but I know how our budget is set up, so.
Is it aphrodisiac, supposedly?
Gin?
I didn't know that.
I have gin at my house. I didn't know that either.
Well, you need to be.
Now I know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's sexy drinks that are made with it. They can infuse it with certain things, but it's somewhat of sexy drinks. Yes. So I just have it with some juicy juice.
Juicy juice? Like legit juicy juice? Like Amari juicy juice?
No, I love me some juicy juice. But no. I grew up on juicy juice. Juicy juice has been around for a long time.
I was like, did she mean like juicy juice?
No, I got some simple, what is it? Simply
lemonade. Oh, it's
with
good.
With strawberry and lemon.
Yeah, they have. Oh, wait. You know what I should?
Yeah. Strawberry and lemon.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, strawberry and lemon for excess. So that's what I have going on. But how are you doing today?
Girl, I'm good. You know, I'm still about this quarantine life, chilling in the hotel, feeling a little tiny bit like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett in the basement when they had the earthquake on Fresh Prince. Stuck in a hotel. I'll have a tricycle though, and I might be getting on my own nerves a little bit.
It's interesting being still and being only, like you said, hearing your own voice. Nothing else, no distractions, and just you.
Yes.
How do you feel with that?
Girl, I'm working through it because I'm just not used to. I'm like, even before Amari came, I really didn't spend a whole lot of time by myself.
Because you're around people. You're around people.
Yeah. I'm always up for a good kiki, so I'm like,
yeah, you are.
Let's go. You be like, no, I need to take a nap.
You knew what I was gonna say. Let me take a nap.
There's a whole Instagram page called the Nap Ministry that reminds you that you actually need that time and space for yourself, and you actually need to honor that and celebrate that and be about that. And so I'm learning.
Yeah,
I'm learning. Hard.
Yeah, I haven't, and it's so funny. Like, I think I texted you a few weeks ago. I was doing something. I was like, "Is it too early to take a nap?" You're like, "No, go do it." Because and I'm such a sleepyhead. You know, I love to sleep, but during this quarantine, can't get to bed on time. Can't get to bed at a good time. And I
text you at 2 a.m, and you text me right back. I'm like, why are we awake? Why are we awake?
And you would think I would be like, oh, I can sleep. Like in March when I first was sent home with it, I was like, oh yeah, this is good.
You don't gotta get on the train. You don't gotta be around all the peoples.
Girl, by March 22nd, I was like,
wait a minute. We have a testosterone on the break.
Oh, we do.
We do. So we'll welcome him into the why he's so fancy with his picture? Why is his picture so fancy? You don't see his picture?
No.
Oh, it came right up. I don't hear him yet though.
I don't see it. A non-video. He's non-videoing.
That's how it is. You don't want to be on video with us?
Non-video.
No.
You're non-videoing?
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Why can't we see you?
I'm setting it up right now.
Because you know we was going to talk about you, right?
We got video in business. I'm trying to do it to my web utility, but I don't think it's working. All right, we'll do let me not be fancy today.
Listen, I try to be fancy because you told me how to do it and it hasn't worked for me yet.
What is it?
Beta. He's so fancy.
Beta.
He's so fancy, it's still in beta.
You have the backdrop. The royal backdrop. Well, I'm seeing stuff.
Uh-oh.
You gotta little
We solid right now. We solid. You beautiful, highly favored, blessed people up in here today.
Yes. Look, I know all the people in the rooms around me are like, why is that lady screaming?
I feel like I'm underdressed though. I feel like y'all came ready.
Listen, you know good and well, if you came to brunch with us, you could just pop up, put on a nice look. You can't see like the bottom half. We're business on top.
Yeah. And are you drinking anything?
Oh wait, is he drinking one?
I didn't know I could drink. I would have.
You can.
I'm having alkaline.
You said alkaline. I thought you was okay. All right. PG-13.
No, not PG-13.
You want to know what's funny about that? I was telling Fab earlier today when we were talking about it. I said I'm a little nervous because I said I'm the square one in the group. Like I'm the like.
Oh.
That is so. I tell you, she does that little high pitched Southern belle. I don't do anything.
See. She said,
"You got to meet the Carolyn from Harlem."
Exactly. You stayed with me in Jersey City for a while too, girl.
Yeah. See, I was moving right along, Brunch Breakers. You today. Oh, Brunch Breakers, I'm sorry. Let me not be rude. Since we talked about my Southern Belle-ness, let me be polite and introduce the family. Welcome to our Brunch Break, Kamal. Kamal is an actor, a producer, a filmmaker, a realtor, a dope human being that, like he said, blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling favored. Y'all looking highly favored, so it's all good to be in your company today.
Yeah, so we've been cutting up for the last few weeks on our brunch break, and we've been talking about relationships, talking about life, just talking about a little bit of everything. And so we thought it would be nice to change up the energy a little bit and, get a male perspective. And I know you shoot like so straight from the hip that you might have to duck sometimes.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh.
You already getting prepared over there, huh?
Yeah, that's why she's drinking. That's why I got water, because I'm not scared. I know what was coming.
There we go.
Anyway, yes, we've been talking about relationships and COVID and healthy relationships and non-healthy relationships, and people like Carolyn did celebrated an anniversary, which was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And me myself.
No, wait. Now I'm in Philly in quarantine, so I had my anniversary here, and my husband sent me a picture of him and my baby having anniversary dinner. I was like, pew, 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 pew.
You got an anniversary. Okay.
I'm sorry. No, wait. Okay, wait. I want to ask you first. So one of our very first conversations, we were talking about how to get to the third date in this crazy internet dating world. And so Fab went on a couple of dates, and then he who shall remain nameless. Actually, he's still around. So
it's still, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna make face because it's not my business.
No, it ain't your business. It ain't your business.
Yeah.
I'm
You seem so
learning.
optimistic about it. You seem so optimistic about it, Fab.
Well, they went on 2 dates, had an amazing time, and then he disappeared into the abyss. And then he popped back up. And so we were trying to figure out, like, why does that happen? I mean, I know you're not the type, because you were raised properly. You wouldn't do people like that. But, like, in this age, like, why do you think things like that happen? Like, why do you think, God, like, are they afraid? Did they meet somebody that's awesome? They're like, man, this could really go somewhere. Let me run from her. Because I used to be very guilty of that. Like,
yeah, I was a runner, too. Yeah. I was a runner. I had my sneakers ready all the time.
So you was a runner, Fab?
Yeah.
Why did you run?
I
told you he was going to shoot straight from the hip. You got to duck. You got to slide to the side.
Different reasons, different situations, different scenarios. But I, in the past, was not and I would say, and I can admit it, I wasn't a good picker of men. I didn't choose choice men. Mm-hmm. I do believe I was dating. I didn't know how to date. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I grew up with my mother saying, you're not going to date until you're 18. You can't talk to anybody on the phone. You can't do it. You can't, like, no interaction with a guy. 18, 19 came. I went crazy. That's why you can't just, I went crazy.
So basically, I got a good reason to become Jehovah's Witness if I have a daughter.
No. Listen, that you heard what the alternative is. Once you get grown, you're like no holds barred. Like,
but then I didn't know how to really date. Like, you know, and oh my, I got to put my battery in. I do not want this to die. This would be horrible if this dies on me. So I'm gonna be doing this while I'm talking. So that was one, and knowing and not knowing myself. So meeting some really nice guys that were probably really good guys and just getting scared, sabotaging. I sabotaged a whole lot. And then meeting guys that weren't so great and going, ooh, this is what I want. I want this to be my husband. I see the future. Baby, down names and colors of the shower. And it was bad. So I went from those extremes. And I think we were talking about that, Cass. I didn't have my first long-term relationship until I was like 25.
Yeah, I didn't, like, my husband is the first, like, real long, like, before I was like, oh, you know, like I was saying, he breathed in and out on a Tuesday. It's a wrap. I'm gone.
Exactly. I'll be right back. I'm just going to plug this in, keep talking. I'm plugging it in.
Right.
I hear you.
But for real, like, she plugged it. Oh, I guess she had to move it to plug it in, and she was like, "Listen,
you say when you're not going to the bottom of us."
Look at her running again.
We brought him in, and you took off.
I'm out of here. Cut the mic.
So so that was one of them. And like I said, I did meet some nice guys. So I'm not saying everybody was, you know, but I had a tendency to go for the bad guys. Now I'm older, more mature, been through a lot of ups and downs, hurts, whatever. And I was telling Kaz, now I'm trying to date with intention, with actually saying, okay, this is what I want, a long-term relationship. I want, you know, partnership. I want someone I can communicate with. I want someone, you know, the different things. And trusting God and being more faithful, having faith with it. Compared to, ooh, he look good. Yeah, I know. Ooh, he got swag. I like the way he, you know, because that could be a little superficial. So, and I love a pretty face. I love a pretty.
Yeah. Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's get it together.
As long as you know what comes with that car note.
Exactly.
That's the thing. So, long as you know what comes with that car note, you know. So if you can pay that car note, it's fine. You know, like luxury cars, you got solid. You got a Honda's still a great car. You got a BMW, but one got a higher note. You got to ask yourself, are you willing to pay that note? If you're willing to pay that note, that means being patient with the stuff that's going to come with that note. You know, the drama that's going to come with that note. It's not going to be, all right, let's make this relationship work right now. And a lot of times people that want that note, you got to understand, like you just said, you want more, you're going off a look, which is harder to see inside of a person. Yeah.
Look, stopped yesterday. She stopped yesterday.
Because the guy that I was, he is cute. He was cute.
Well, here's the thing, though. Even though you might have stopped, it can't just stop from like, oh, you know what? I'm not going for a look anymore because they've been bad to me because it's still in there. Like if you go on with a guy that you don't find as attractive because you're trying to do the right thing now because you're like, oh, let me date someone that's not as attractive, that energy's still gonna come off, you know?
Yeah. And then you be upset. Because I've done that too. I purposely said, you know what, let me date somebody who's not my regular. And maybe that's what I need. And it still
exactly, because the thing about it, I think the key thing with everything is patience, and it's tough because it's like we also in a microwave society right now. Like, you know, as I feel like I got like 3 friends going through breakups and COVID. You know what I mean? Like a lot of serious thing. And I think we have a lot of time on our hands. Like a lot of times we getting advice from the older generation, and the older generation lived at a different time. Like they didn't have Facebook. So it's like that guy that you did in high school who was cute, generally by the time you went to college, you lost contact with him. Yeah. Now he could DM you. You know, and a lot of times we leave doors open because not necessarily that we think a person's right for us, but just how they make us feel. So a lot of times that guy who looks extremely good just makes you feel young because you're like, oh, I still got it, you know.
Yeah,
but
that
are you really getting that energy off? Is he really giving you what you want? You know, and men gonna be able to sense it as well. I always say this a lot of times is like, I think the thing that makes women and men differ is that for men, I'm speaking just from my experience, is that men want to be loved, women want to be wanted. You know what I mean? And if you understand that answers a lot of issues. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the times the breakup, a guy is there, but then a woman's like, well, you don't do nothing sweet anymore. You don't do this anymore because you still want to be desired. You still want to be appreciated. And a lot of times as men, we think like, once we got you, it's over. We got you. And you sitting there on the couch looking at it sideways like,
you ain't doing nothing.
You ain't doing nothing. I heard so-and-so just took, they had a picnic. You heard that, Herbert? You know,
Herbert?
You know, you heard that, Herbert? Herbert took Lisa out to the, had a nice little picnic. Oh, I think you were lobster last week. You know what I mean? Because you want to. And then you see so many different things, especially with social media now. Like, everything that's posted is a good thing. Nobody posted breakups. So it's like, you go on social media, you see a sweet thing being done, and you're like, is that happening in my life? You know what I mean? Is he doing that for me? And vice versa. You know? So, yeah. It's a lot.
So, but how do you feel about the online? Because we are in COVID now.
I think online is cool, but like I think you got, there's so much to choose from. Like I feel like a lot of times people are going online and they're like, well, I want things to be taken serious, but someone is looking to date. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times people go online to be in a relationship. I would say 97% of the people online is not looking to date someone. They're looking to not be lonely, and that differs. You know what I mean? You're looking for someone to fill time. And a lot of times you're wondering why this person didn't call back, which are not really connected. You're just happy that a space of your time is being filled up. You know what I mean? So like, exactly. You're like, yo, it's nice to have someone to talk to. And then you're like, why is he not calling? But is the vibe really there? You know what I mean? So is it really, you're really talking about, hitting on different things? Or is it just more nice? Like, oh, I got someone to talk to at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? And it's so important to differentiate between, am I more excited that I have a block of time being filled up, or I'm more excited about speaking to this person every day? And I think people differ because sometimes people will be like, I'm just excited to speak to this person, and they think that equals up to, oh, we're working on this relationship. It's like they can sense that, like, you just want to talk, and I don't see where this is necessarily going other than it's filling a gap of time.
Yeah.
Wow. That's I think that, like a lot of the conversations we had about meeting new people in this season, like because there's a lot of people who are like, I'm cool, I don't need nobody, I'm by myself, you know, Then COVID happened, and it was like, actually,
yeah,
because
I was, like I said, I was alone, but I wasn't lonely. Like, I was happy, you know, socializing, doing work. I'm trying to get with some creative thing. I'm like, it'll come to me, because I got to the point of it'll come to me compared to I want it. I get, you know.
Yeah.
He's cute. I want, you know, she's getting married or she's getting engaged. I have to get. I'm over that hump. I'm grown up, thank God, you know. But then COVID hit, and it was like, okay, and I'm still okay. Then I was like, shit, I can't go out. I mean, I can't do anything. And then it got to, because I was like, I've done online before some years ago, and I actually met someone and was with someone for a year off of it. So it's not like, I know it can work, and I know other people who are married and everything by it. So I know it could work. But I was like, I don't want to do it. I want to meet someone organically. I want, you know, you know.
COVID was like, no.
COVID. So I said, okay.
You better make your own organic stuff. You better grow your own garden.
Exactly. So then I said, okay, I'll do the online. And it's not bad, but it's not the greatest either, you know? And talking back to the guy, yes, we have talked after the whole, you know, and it's not bad. We have wonderful conversation, but I think is like what you hit is what the intention of what people really want. Like, I know what I want, and I'm like, maybe it's more with him at this point, at least, of filling the gap or feeling that I need that right now to talk or to FaceTime or whatever, or we go for a drink and then I'm okay. Compared to me, and like, no, I want consistency, you know? So that could be possibly it. And I'm still swiping. So it's not like I left off of him. I'm still looking at others too.
And we out here.
So it's not just all him.
So you have more consistency, and it'd be better for you. Are you feel like you hitting on all cylinders? Like, you're so compatible on so many different levels, or is it more just like, as of right now, he's the best of the bunch?
As of right now, he's the best of the bunch.
Because if we weren't in COVID,
as of right now, he's the best of the bunch.
But if we weren't in COVID and he walked up to you in a bar, would you have talked to him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot. He's cute.
He's cute.
I forgot.
He's cute.
I forgot.
Yeah. Can I show you? You know what's funny about that is that, and I'm happy you said best of the bunch, because when I asked you that, this is what you did. You went. Miss Carolyn said, "Would you talk to him in a bar?" You was like, "Yeah." It wasn't even a second. It was like, "Yep." You were so clear on that, but you wasn't clear on how you really feel about your conversation or
the whole thing. I mean, it's good. It's really good, but again, I know we all have different love languages and different stuff of what we need, and I am big on consistency, and that's what he seemed like he was doing that in the beginning. And when that happened, that week of not, it shifted for me of how I feel about him, you know?
So he had a shot. He had a shot. She was like,
yes, yeah.
This is like, oh, he's and he messed up.
Because even when we went on a date, it was automatic. When we went on a date, talking, laughing, different aspects of life was like very similar. You know, it was like, oh, okay, this is nice. So I was good. The morning text, the morning, you know, everything was.
He was consistent.
And when that week was, that's the thing with me. And when that happened, it was like, okay, what's gonna happen now? Who's gonna mess up? You know? So then I got a little. That's why I said, the best of the bunch. But then I am talking to other guys.
As you should. You should. As you should.
Woo, and I am. And I'm pushing.
I think the mistake a lot of people make, you know, like when I talk to friends, girlfriends, etc., is that they find one person like, no, I just want to focus on this one person. But I think it's important so you can get a view of what's out there. Like I think, especially when you're online dating, like that means people are looking to date. They're looking for relationship. It's like you can go to Louis Vuitton, see the bag that you want, and be like, I don't know if right now is the right time. And it has nothing to do with the bag, but it'd be like, yo, can I financially make that investment in that bag right now? Is it set up for me right now? Am I going anywhere to use that bag? You know? And I think a lot, even for men, you know, men might be in a situation. I know as a man, sometimes I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm just focused on my career. I don't got the money to be spending on dates. You know what I mean? It's like dating could get expensive, you know, and then a lot of
wait.
That was the thing.
Wait. Like I told, so we always have like a powwow beforehand, and we're always like, I'm like it's a God thing. Like I know that whatever we're supposed to talk about, we're gonna talk about, and it'll work out. So whenever he disappeared, he explained the reason why he disappeared because he was like, yo, we've been on 2 dates. I spent a bunch of money and like it might not make you nowhere.
He likes me. We connect. He said, but in the past, he did that, spent a lot on somebody. He brought back his and nothing happened or worked out or whatever. So then now he's me. We're clicking, everything, and it's going. And then he's like, So what I got pissed if he stayed a week and didn't call to see if I was going to call him, see if I was going to, hey, let's go, you know, me do the initiation because he's been doing, I want to see you. Like the date, our first date, I missed my PATH train, remember?
Oh, yes.
The PATH train, because it was after a certain time, it's every 40 minutes or something like that because we're down the village. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait. He said, no, let's go back out and get a drink. And like, he didn't want me to leave. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, I better not miss my next train because I need to get my ass home, you know? So it was, and we just sat on.
I'm sure he would have took you home.
I'm sure he'd have been like,
it's cool. Miss your train. Miss your train.
Give me a COVID day. So, and everything. And then we got home and then we spoke the next day and he was like, okay, so what's up for date number 2? Like, it was like that. So I was like, okay, I'm just going along with the flow. I'm having fun with this. I'm trying not to be in my head with it. And then when that week of not calling, I was like, and then when I did reach out to him, because I was like, okay, it was good. So maybe something happened. I don't know. And then the conversation with the money came.
And you know, you get a female perspective. She told me that was what he said. And I was like, I've never heard somebody have the cookie conversation and immediately close the jar at the same time. Like, did you just tell me you spent a whole lot of money on our dates and you ain't called me for a week because you was like, you don't know if it's gonna go anywhere? Like, I can tell you where it's gonna go.
It went rewind because he was like, it was like, yes, check 1, check 2, yes 3, and then it said, yep.
You see what happened? You said he cute. So he like, for cute guys, this is what happens after the first date, the second date. Hey, listen, something ain't adding up right now. So that's the problem. We're going for the cute guys.
Message. No.
Anywho.
Where you go?
Anyhow. Do I for what?
Are you still speaking with him?
Yeah, we're still speaking. So we're supposed to be going on a third date.
He's cute.
But no, I left him after we spoken with that whole money thing. And I was like, well, you know, I'm sorry that happened to you, but I am a giving person, but you know, we're dating. That's what it is. You know, I was very, and I was like,
you know, so I literally had this conversation with a friend like not too long ago, and he's getting ready to go on his first date after meeting a girl on a dating website, and you know, she has expensive taste, and they was talking about something. She's like, I'm old fashioned. The man got to pay for everything, and I'm not knocking that, but the thing about it is like, if in conversation, like I like to be independent, I like to have it like this. I feel like even if a man is gonna pay for the dinner, like I would, but I don't want you to know that. You know what I mean? I would still want to see
obligated.
You reach for, because here's the thing, because at the same time, if we're going off our prior obligations and, you know, preconceived notions, it's like most dudes are gonna spend like, oh well, after the second date, you're gonna come home with me, right? I mean, we grown folks, right? Like, why won't you spend the night? Like, why are we playing games for? You know what I mean? Like, we coming out in COVID, like risking our lives, like we should, you know what I mean? This is what a lot of people are thinking. Like most, you know what I mean? From my understanding, majority of women that might be on online dating are looking for connections, not necessarily physical, but the majority coming from a man is looking for physical connections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I had one, he straight up said, I want to hook up, this, that, and the other. No, first he was talking to me. Then he was like, I want to hook up. I was like, okay. And I'm very blunt. I was like, remember I told you, I said, okay. So, because he was talking, it was like conversation back and forth. I said, okay. So you just want to, that's what you're telling me. You just want to, that's good. That's wonderful. Sex is a beautiful thing. And that's wonderful that you're straightforward with it. I said, but I know I want more. So, not saying I'm not going to, but I know I want more. So, if you're not for that, bye. And I said it straight, right? He waited, it was like a day or two. Then all of a sudden, yeah, I just really want to hook up. But here's my number. So I'm like, I'll get lonely one day. Yeah. So there's a lot of that online. So when you said that, that's what just triggered. That's what I'm going through right now.
Listen, every straight guy that's going on a date with you should want to have sex, right?
Yes,
like, just,
and I get it.
Let's not play the nice game. Now, that's why you should date, because at the end of the day, when a guy's going on a date with a girl, like he's like, I want to sleep with her, but through that conversation, through that dinner, that's when you're supposed to discover more. Just like your initial response to a guy might be like, oh, he's attractive. And then if I'm sitting there and I'm like, so you coming over? It's like, dude, there's nothing there.
Yeah,
no
nothing. Yeah,
about it. There's nothing about, like, listen, no.
Well, I've had that too.
That's what I was about to say. That
I've had that and it was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, like return the sender. Return the sender. Let's send this back real quick. It's just like I used to tell friends, they'd be like, I'm looking for a good woman. I was like, go to church. They'd be like, what? Go to church for a woman? I'm like, yeah. Go find someone that you want to be with long term, that they already going to the places you want in your life. Like, if you just finding a girl at the club, understand she's at the club. If you want to find someone, you got to ask yourself, what do you find and what's their lifestyle?
Yeah.
So you meet a guy, everybody's online dating right now. So, but then at a certain point in the conversation, it's like, do you travel a lot? Okay, he's traveling a lot, so he's not looking for any consistency. Yeah. So that's an X off the back.
Yeah.
A lot of times, used to get a lot the thing that I used to always tell women, guys, is like, the reason why you don't compare relationships, because you'll look at one guy like, oh, he got married at 23, and it's like, yeah, he was military. You know what I mean? And like, for a lot of men, they start thinking about marriage and kids when they start thinking about death. Like, we all know we're gonna die, but when we have like a life-changing situation where somebody close to us died, or you're in the military, you're facing that mortality every day. You're like, I want to leave legacy behind. Outside of those things happening, you think like, not that you think you're gonna live forever. You're just like, oh, I have to worry about that right now. I have to worry about that right now, because nothing drastic happened to your life. So you're not thinking about. You're just like, I just kind of want to stay free. I just want to stay uninhibited. I don't want to be locked down just because I don't know where things are going. And there's a lot of things we're working through in front of what we're seeing. Relationships, like I said, I got two friends going through heavy breakups. You know what I mean? And a lot of it was unexpected. And then talking to someone like, was it really unexpected? You've seen that. There was indicators, like
people,
we choose to ignore it sometimes, just because sometimes we're not even valuing a healthy relationships. We just valuing not being alone. You know what I mean? And that's gonna catch up with you.
Yeah. No, it's true. So you brought up something, and then I had a question for you, and I think you kind of hit it on anyway. I was like, faith and God. What's your view of being the foundation of the relationship? But you kind of like went there already with that, right?
In terms of like, I think the thing about it is that at the end of the day, you gotta have, especially if you into this Christ life, you don't have to talk about it every day. But it's kind of, I always go back to, like, I think it's Revelations, where it was like a guy was doing good works and the disciples kind of ran up on him like, yo, hold on, we don't know you. And then Jesus was kind of like, no, if you surely doing my Father's work, you receive the same blessing. There might be some guys that might not know about church, might not know about the Bible, but they still do good deeds, do good work. You know what I mean? You might be the introduction to their life to get them more into the word. But I don't think it should be necessarily a deal breaker. I think being of good character is whether it's a deal breaker or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, a good heart. Like, you might meet somebody who's Muslim. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's gonna be different if you're a Christian. Now, if at the end of the day, it's like, he's like, I'm a Muslim, and you have your values, you have your virtues, and he's not, well, I don't know about Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, then you can make that work. But if he's like, Jesus is fake, no, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless you.
Oh boy,
Mhm.
yeah, that's you're giving some good insight. I'm still getting calls from work.
Oh.
Mhm.
No,
On a
this-
Sunday.
Yeah.
On a Sunday. On a
Today's
brunch.
not today. Today's Monday?
No.
No.
Today's Sunday. Yes. Today's
Hey.
Sunday. Sunday. Yep.
Brunch day.
Brunch day. Where's my brunch tea?
Do you have something? You don't have nothing. You have water?
No, I don't got
put it
nothing
on
over
me.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm over here Cali, and I want to drink. I've been wanting to drink and eat cookies for the last couple of weeks, but you know,
Ooh.
I gotta get ready for 2021.
Oh, you doing the workout thing, or you're getting rid of your?
Oh, that's
I'm doing the workout because there's no gym, so now I gotta be like extra.
committed.
You know, Sunday's my cheat day. Sunday's the day. Like I literally got like 20 cookies in the freezer because I was like, all right, it's time to get right.
Wait.
Time
Time
to
out. What kind of cookies?
So they got this place in New York called World's Best Cookie Dough. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
said-
and
Takes notes.
that's not the Trader Joe's.
World's best.
Is that the Trader Joe?
Huh?
Is that the Trader Joe?
I never been there. I just order online. I'm in Cali, so I just order it online.
It's in New York?
It's in New York. World Best Cookie Dough. So good.
I'm writing
So
that down.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got like when I normally buy that, I buy in bulk, so I don't have to order it like a lot. So I put those in the freezer. I got that, and then there's another company in California called that just came out of nowhere, Mr. Chubby's. I'm over here trying to work out, and it's Chubby cookies, but it's so good.
Chubby.
Yeah. So
That
I just
name
use that
alone.
right?
I said that name alone.
It's like that's why I gotta open up the wrapper really, really fast so I don't see the Chubby.
You're from New York. You've lived in New York. You're from New York, correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So you know about insomnia cookies?
No. You know about Make My Cake?
Oh yeah, I know her.
Okay.
Aaliyah,
Yeah.
I know Make My Cake from years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, she's still going strong. And in this pandemic, I saw, which I have to reach out to her, I saw on one of the news channels, she merged with a bar around the corner.
Ooh.
So when they were closing stuff or not figuring out things, the bar would do like afternoon opening up to people and then showcasing her desserts. So she gave like small little desserts. So they merged together and it was 2 women owned. Yeah. So just funny you bring her up. But yeah, I do know her.
It's funny you brought her up and cookies.
We should get them,
and liquor.
yeah, you know, we should get them to sponsor this and do a red velvet and wine Sundays brunch.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So wait, you were talking about the fitness, and we're gonna take a break in just a second. But one of the things we have in common is all three of us did a workout TV program.
Listen,
Insomnia. Oh my God.
quarantine gonna do 2 things to you. It's either gonna have you eating snacks or looking like a snack.
Hey.
And I'm trying to look like a snack.
He's so stupid.
Exactly.